Welcome. Today is the 14th day of June 2017. Let's take a look at the cryptocurrency markets, starting within the Bitcoin chart, which has a down day so far, 12%, 331 basis points or dollars. Down to 2372 as it consolidated yesterday within this 18 average band and is now falling through, breaking down below the previous support handle. Let's calculate some Fibonacci from a 3000 high and a low in at 900 and see what we'll come up with. Key numbers, 1894 as the next one, with the first small area of support at 2258. Okay, so 2258, you can expect a little level of support roughly around here. Most likely that's where it's heading to now that it's breaking support to that level. And then this previous resistance level will work out to be a point if it's unable to hold this support. Because when you have a good move higher, I'm looking for a 23.6% down correction first. That translates to 76.4 on the way up. So the next key point, that this one here, and the major point. So if you're looking to find, okay, I want to buy, I want a good retracement, then you're looking to buy at around 19. If you're looking for a big retracement, then you're looking for around 1426, which would be displayed with really no key areas. That doesn't make sense why it would be a significant key Fibonacci point. And I say that because usually they end up being such. So I think what may end up happening is a further rally will come into place where this number would rise here and this one would totally be around the low 2000 area here. So I actually think there's a good chance that it might make a bottom down to 22 and actually do that, be a bottom. And I just think that based on all the things I've just stated. On the 60-minute time frame, this has just been the last couple hours now, breaking down below this 2500 support handle, 150 plus push on 25. That's about close to 6%. And of course, this area was a matching previous low hit. And it did find support there almost to the 18 average. And then, of course, now just making it down and probably making it to that 22-ish level that I had just talked about. Let's move this on to Ethereum. Exactly the same time frame. Here we have Bitcoin making a lower low to its previous low of this time frame. Ethereum matching lows. I'll bring that chart up now. There we have it. There's its matching area. Overall, its trend is in this sideways consolidation pattern, with yet another test of this level after it resisted the 18 average, a fast move to this level. Definitely vulnerable at this stage, and breaking through, you could test some decent size areas to say the least. And if you get any situations where you make a lower high, you'd probably find resistance in here. And then if it starts to go over, it's almost like, okay, good time to be in the bear camp and try to short or sell to get back, of course, at a cheaper price. Within the daily time frame, you can just see it's okay, so it's correcting a bit, and yeah, going into here, you know, so be it. It'd be a band correction. It doesn't have too many of them. It had one in here, and if it has any deeper pullbacks, the psychological level and the just obvious where was it before level, it's around 200 on the chart. Let's look at the cross to the Bitcoin. Really just in a pause situation over this little bit of time period, and market came back to where it was in here. It did here. Where it was in this spot, it looks like about 112 or so in that area, but this previous high is where it was. So if there's any deeper corrections, that'd be the first spot I'd be looking for support. Moving on to Ethereum Classic on its daily time frame as it continues its sideways consolidation pattern. The band, it's technically going up, but for the most part, it's in the sideways motion. But the last 3 days, not heading much lower, finding support where it's at roughly the 7 number in here, and breaking this resistance point. Or when you see this thing getting going from the 18 average in a bullish manner, then that's when you're going to go long. So even breaking over north of 80 would be an interesting time to consider buying on strength, I think, as a, I'm not going to say a recommendation, but it's something I think is a good play. Moving on to Dash, which is something I'm in the accumulation phase. I was able to pick up a decent amount yesterday, so I'm happy about that. A little bit more today, and any moves within this correctionary phase is where I'll be looking to probably get a little more aggressive. I noted this volume yesterday within this move in here, how it's looking like it's looking to break out from this consolidation pattern. But if you're looking to go on strength, I think once you see this thing north of 80 and here, then you'll be liking the odds of at least a test of previous high at around the 12 and change number, but you're probably even closer to the 18, 19, 20. But it looks like this is a good setup, and I am in accumulation mode right now with Dash. Moving on to Ripple, and a good day today as it's up 10% over the Bitcoin price, moving up to 10,000 and change Satoshi. Okay, 4th day in a row that's up. It's at the 18 average, which is declining. For me to want to get ready for a pull going higher, I want to at least see this 18 average in an uptrend, and in an uptrend for a couple of days anyway, and to show me indicators that it's time to go long. So in here we can see in this example, above the band, there's a sideways correction. Now the band's been going up for a few days, as I was indicating. And on the break of this resistance in here, that's the type of situation that I'm looking for. But right now, I don't want to buy at this point because it still could very easily make a lower high here or in here. And that's especially why I don't want to on any type of breaks above here. That's why if it does, okay, well, the band will start to go higher. Great. But show me a better indicator where I think it's a good time to go long and I can get a gain. Well, I mean, the gains on here can be really good, but I need solid indication to tell me it's time to go long, and I don't see that yet. Monero is next on the list, and what can I say about interesting when you look at moves like this and even these type of extents, that it's the type of chart you can consider if you are long on it to put some really big sell orders. Do you have sell orders ready to hit this previous high? Who knows? This thing might have a huge move higher. It could break 30 or 31 on any given moment when you see something like this. And this occurred when the band was like sideways. There was no bullish indication for this move. Right now, the average is going a little bit higher, and I like that. And after this move, if this thing can bottom in here with this consolidation pattern and there's further momentum, that I think it's going to be interesting going long in here, but especially as it's breaking these key resistance points later on. Moving on to Litecoin, and within this one, interesting pattern because you got this last few days that are side or higher lows. I mean, look at the levels of where all these lows are here. But now all of a sudden, nice little trend. It's attempting to leave this band as it's playing out. The band is flat. But I'm looking for an opportunity to buy when they have a rising band. And what I need to see is I need to see price action to go up a little bit, to have some sort of consolidation mode. Either go back down, sideways, give me a good indication. Sort of like in here. You don't want to go long in here. However, You see that it makes a move in here. Okay, now your band is rising. Oh, consolidation period. I've established this resistance. If you bought here, okay, you had to live through this loss, so be it. And then breaking this resistance, it worked again. So that's something that I'm looking for. And here, if you miss this boat, so be it. Oh, it's correcting in this band. If you bought and thinking that this would be a correctionary move, congratulations, you won. But if you wanted to get better confirmation, you've seen how it's leaving the band in here, and you can get in somewhere around here. I want to find some sort of confirmation of that nature to go long on Litecoin. Let's move on now to Bitcoin. And it's got a nice, interesting pattern overall as I take a look in here at first the sideways movement, beautiful breakout, sideways movement. Now it's back to previous high. It's pierced above it. As far as where it was before, well, that's obvious. That's in the previous 1200 on ZEC Zcash. I think I might have said it wrong at first, but anyway, this is ZEC Zcash. That's an area that we're looking for. Now, as far as buying it on strength is concerned, is it too late to buy now? As it broke this resistance, it's already been up a bit. It's at this previous high. So what I would like to see now is for some sort of correction, some sort of move to this band, especially if it tops now or around 18, and then when I can see it going further. But yeah, the buying in here, I missed this one. No, I didn't miss it because I'm already a holder of it, so I can't say I missed it because I've already been long on it, and I'm still long on it. I sold a little bit here earlier today, and I put a buy order in to buy the little bit that I sold in here, because I don't sell everything at one time. Not all. Sometimes I will, but here I'm just going to sell different portions at this time frame because I think this has got good momentum and potential to move forward. This is actually Bitcoin, and yes, I know I did say Bitcoin at the start the last time because I'm on my notes and I have it written down as something that I was going to talk about. Obviously, this is in a downtrend. This is a 2-hour chart, and after making this move in here, not correcting too well, 18 average starting to decline, price action not doing so well. That's one of those cases I just want to talk about. When you see markets rolling over, breaking below here, you pretty much know you're going to come down to this low, and it's a vulnerable situation for it. May not be support, or oftentimes if it is support, it's going to come back and resist here and then come back down. Let's move on now to ExtraBytes. And within this chart, we can see that the trend line broke as it has rallied this trend line in here, and it is now making its first attempt to spark a rally from, of course, this decline. If we bring up some Fibonacci numbers, we know the highs around 17 and a quarter, and the low, 700 has worked out to be a very good number for that. So we'll put in those numbers. Key numbers is about 1,000, 1,200, and an up target at around 3,000. Okay. So the 1,000 mark's where it stands right now. It's gotten to that point, little pierce, but roughly around here. The next number is around 1222, so that would state at around roughly here. And it actually has sold for close to 1,200 today already. But with this 1,200-ish or so area, getting above this high, then you'd be looking for, okay, this thing is ready to get going. I don't got the 18 average band here, but you could pretty much draw it out that it gave good opportunities here to go long. It gave good opportunities again. And the same will be true if you can have any kind of move where, say, I don't know, it won't be ideal. Would be maybe a move down in this area here, then break out because you've already established resistance at around 12. So therefore, breaking past that, okay, we're now at 1250. You got good reason to think that this is going to have a good run because a lot of the cryptos have these types of moves that when they get going, there's not much stopping it. And all the corrections you get, if you get any, or any discounts on the buying, trying to get your buy orders filled, can get very, very difficult during these bull runs. And then you always get some sort of correctionary mode after the move. And after this one, of course, I showed the downtrend. You've had some price and some time correction along the way. And it's an attempt, of course, to have the next move higher. So thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.